They need food, housing, clothing. They need counseling. They need understanding of what's happened to them. They need an identity. They need to know the truth about the Lord. They need to be woke up to who the devil is. The white man. That's what the hell they need. And you add that to black people, Latinos, and Native Indians, brother, then you're going to be able to do something. The whole reason I'm even here saying these things to you, because these things are supposed to show you and give you hope. It's supposed to make you say to yourself, you know what, we got a kingdom coming. You know what, the Lord's judgment is coming. You know what, let's change our life.
Whoa, this chop and cut. We switched the days to Friday from Sunday. So, you know what I mean? We hop into it, keep it moving. Introductions right here, man. We got Officer of 1,000 out of Eastern Shore.
Oh, shit.
Officer Aisha Allah. Let's give him a hand, y'all.
That's right.
Next, we got coming up, man. Officer Quetazan, right? That's how you pronounce it. Quatazan, which means officer in the Hebrew. 500 Yugadar out of Virginia. Let's give him a hand, y'all.
And also we can't leave out. We got Officer 500 Corolla Com. You know what I'm saying? Out of BMO as well. Give him a hand. You know what I'm saying? But what episode we at? What 30? 35?
Episode 21.
21. Uh-oh. We legal, y'all. We at 21. We legal.
Today on the rundown
podcast.
Yeah. Con, sir. Today on the rundown, man, we got a story about a brother, a police officer trying to run somebody, one of the brothers over with his vehicle in Baltimore. That's a viral video. Then we got another video of our sisters, man. I know y'all love to get y'all hair done. Y'all love to look beautiful. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? But it's some chemicals that that's coming out that our enemies are putting in our sisters' hair that is affecting us. We got a short story on that. And then last, we got again the king of all devils right now on the earth, Trump. Saying talking about our brothers in Venezuela, and he's saying that that the military is facilitating and dealing drugs in Venezuela now. You know what I'm saying, and we're gonna get straight into it. Anybody got any of y'all got anything to say?
Nah, you know what I'm saying? So let's jump into it. I mean, it's the devil being the devil, you feel me? That Baltimore jump was kind of hot. I've been watching that all week. That broke earlier this week, but let's check it out.
No doubt. So which one y'all want to get? The Baltimore video? Might as well get to it, right?
We can get to that one.
All right.
Some of our other big stories tonight. We are staying on top of developments surrounding this video going viral tonight, showing a Baltimore City police officer driving aggressively and nearly hitting a person. You saw it there. City Police Commissioner Richard Worley calling it, quote, disturbing and alarming. And it was a scary scene which unfolded yesterday in Park Heights. And as you just saw, that is all caught on video going viral on social media tonight. WJZ live at 7. Tara Lynch on your corner in Baltimore City. And Tara, you spoke with a neighbor whose home was nearly hit by this patrol car.
Yeah, Rick, that neighbor telling me that it was certainly very jarring for him to see the destruction so close to him.
Yeah,
that was it.
That was fun.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know who want to jump on it first. You know what I'm saying? I yield to, you know what I'm saying, whoever want to jump on it first, unless y'all want me to attack it, I'm attack it first.
No, you can go ahead, sir.
Well, look, if I can get, I'm gonna read Lamentations chapter 4, verse 18. This Bible is so prophetic. You feel me? And when the Bible talks about, when God talks about this being our wisdom and our knowledge, if we were just to you know what I'm saying, take heed to it, we would be so much more prepared to deal with this devil. You feel me? Lamentations chapter 4, verse 18 says, "They hunt our steps." If I'm not mistaken, this was for a warrant or for a notion for court or something like that.
Yeah, con.
You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah,
gonna run the boy down. You know what I'm saying? Over a warrant. Not that he went out hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? He got no weapons. He ain't no live threat, nothing like that. They have laws on the books preventing police chases because they've been so reckless before in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like high speed chases, chases in populated areas and so forth. You're endangering everybody else around that, and to get him. And when you watch this video, you trying to run him down with the vehicle. You feel me? You trying to run him down with the vehicle. So it's just like it says, you know what I'm saying? Lamentations chapter 4, verse 18. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go in our streets. They hunt us down like we are dogs. And when you look at the origin of the police force, the police force was slave catchers. That's what their job was. So we shouldn't be surprised that they hunt us in that fashion. Now, this is why ICE hunts us down the way they do. This is why the police over police in our neighborhoods and hunt us the way that they do. The Most High told us that this was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It says that we cannot go into our streets. Our end is near. If you haven't been listening to the ISUK, you know what I'm saying? If you haven't been watching the news, if you've been in that damn Christian church, you might think it's all good. you might think God got a blessing for you. You know what I'm saying? But if you got any kind of common sense and you can see what's going on, any sense of awareness, you can see that our end is near. Our end is near. We at the end of this movie here. And the Bible tells us, though, the bad part about that, the closer we get to the end, the worse it's going to get. You know what I'm saying? It says our days are fulfilled. Our end is come. We done served out this slavery. We done served out this captivity. We done did this sentence. And the only reason we are still stuck underneath these people is because we refuse to come back to this Bible. When you look at us all throughout our history inside of that Bible, because that's what that Bible is. That's the history of blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. When you look at our history, each time we fell away from the Most High, and we found ourselves in captivity. At some point, we got ourselves together, and we came back to our damn senses and realized we got to go back to our God. We have to go back to our power. You feel me? And we had to adhere to these laws, statutes, and commandments. The problem now is we don't want to do that. When you read Lamentations 4:17, you know what I'm saying? The verse right before this, it talks about us. Our eyes have yet failed for vain help. We keep relying on the same people to put the chains on us and take them off. Which is why we can't get free. Which is why we can't get any kind of relief. You know what I'm saying? From this devil. They hunt us down like we are dogs in the streets. When you can look at tons of videos. You know what I'm saying? When you got other oppressors there with automatic rifles. They done shot at the police officer. I saw a video where they actually unalived one cop, right? Cops came in and they unalived one of them. This devil in the bushes, picking them off. They get back up to come. They don't shoot this guy. They don't tase this guy. He is still alive today. But this brother had a warrant out, and you running him down in the damn street with a vehicle like a dog. And it seemed like he was a young boy. Seemed like he was a young boy, you know what I'm saying? But I yield right there again. You know what I'm saying? This Bible know everything that we need to be aware of, what we got to do to get released from that. I yield.
It's locked. Y'all hear me? Am I clear? Do I have an echo?
Are we talking about echo?
Yeah, I'm trying to see what I can do about it now.
Okay, all right, most on Christ.
Do I have an echo though?
I don't hear it now. I heard it when I was speaking, but I don't hear it now. I don't hear you, Karai, the echo as well. So we may be too wild on it. And I can't see the whole chat. Real quick, while you working on that, Officer Ashala, y'all Shimmy Shabakatan, all the Akim that's out there watching, the water, y'all Shamala Thon Bashim, y'all shout all the Akwafi and all the sisters that's out there watching as well. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it again. Little adjustments, you know what I'm saying? Working on the slot. Y'all let us know, you know what I'm saying, or we'll find out, you know, if they're just gonna work or we're gonna have to adjust it any later. But again, the water for everybody joining. And y'all let us know, you know what I'm saying, in the chat if there is an echo, if y'all can hear us okay. You know what I'm
So
saying?
I want to say something small. Like, we gotta understand, like, how Commander General Yohana and all the priests and prophets in ISUPK been already telling us and showing us through like social media clips and TikTok and even in our speakings that you hear or you watch on YouTube. Like, you gotta understand that their kingdom is falling. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, you think that the snap, these food benefits is only affecting black people. Man, they got these heathens out here mad too. You know what I'm saying? They already upset about Charlie Kirk. They already upset about, different ways and views that they think America should be going in the direction that it should be going. And it's not going their way. You know what I'm saying? They're in all of these different wars, kicking out money to all of these other nations. And these heathens out here, they feel some type of way about their tax money being spent in a way that they don't approve. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, Trump is empowering these officers, you know what I'm saying, with talks of immunity. And when we watch other officers do certain things, the leniency that they get on certain crimes, you know what I mean, that they watch on TV. So they know that they feel like I can do this and I can get away. On top of them being white. You know what I mean? And already being prideful and already just having the spirit of evilness. So we already going to see certain things like this. Commander General Yohana, and if you watch General Mahaiman and scriptural breakdown, he already tell you how you should operate with these heathens. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think, it was really too much that the brother could have did. The police just seemed like he was just on that time, just off the break. You know what I'm saying? But you just gotta be cautious. You gotta be aware. I got Job. Can I get Job 9:24
Give me
and,
2 seconds.
second Edris 6 and 9?
You get one at a time.
Sound
He
good.
said Job. He said Job
Job 9
9
and
and
4.
4. Okay.
9 to 24.
Yep, 9 and 24.
Alright.
Oh, come. You know what I'm saying? All of this stuff going on, we see it. We already know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not calling the police. You know what I'm saying? I got these laws and statutes and commandments. Like, the Most High is giving me wisdom that I study, you know what I'm saying, by the feet of the prophets, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? I can handle these situations, and, you know what I mean, that's in my life with me and my brothers, and know how to move around these heathens, these devils. You know what I'm saying? Job 9 and 24 says that the earth is
Hey,
given into the
Shalakia. Hey,
hand.
Shalakia. Let someone else read that for you.
Yeah, I
Come on,
got that one.
sir.
All right, this is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The
The
earth
water.
is given into the hand of the wicked.
Man, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. What's that saying? You see who is ruling the earth right now? Who is going into Venezuela? You know what I'm saying? Who is with the so-called Jewish man trying to take over the Middle East? You know what I'm saying? Who was in wars in the last presidency, when we had the last president and the president before that? Who is doing all the commotion, all the evilness in the land right now? You know what I'm saying? It's the oppressor, you know what I'm saying? The other nations are following behind them. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, continue.
He covereth the faces of the judges
You
thereof.
know what I'm saying? The prophets that are in the book, you know what I'm saying? The black prophets, you know what I'm saying? Latino prophets, the Native American Indian prophets, the true biblical prophets that are in the book that has the wisdom that can make the earth right. You know what I'm saying? That can make just. You know what I'm saying? That can give fairness. You know what I'm saying? He covered their faces up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He put white faces on them, and guess what? You know what I'm saying? He gives you a false, you know what I'm saying, view, you know what I'm saying, of what's right and what's wrong. You know what I mean? You think that it's right. You know what I mean? If a criminal, if somebody is a criminal to run your car over, he think it's right. He think he justified. You know what I'm saying? We gotta recognize who our enemy is, man. And like I say it, it's not just that it's a cop. You know what I'm saying? He is it's because he's an oppressor. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, just understand that. Recognize who your enemy is. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I would be deal wisely when it comes to the police. And that's it on that one though.
Yeah, no sweat. Listen, I ain't got too much to say on it. I just remember it's funny because I hear General Mahaiman's voice. I guess from a show he did about last week. There was a cop that sicked his canine on a man. You know what I'm saying? But the man was on the ground. He was already on the ground and cuffed, and they let the damn canine chew him up, even while he was already subdued. General Mahaiman was saying that you're not supposed to do that, even to a real hardcore criminal. You know, like you're not supposed to be use unnecessary force. You dig it? And the video was crystal clear that the cop was trying to run dude over like it was GTA or something. Like he was trying to run him over, and then to find out that, well, first the brother who recorded the video, he said that the cop at first rode by and told them to like basically get from where they were standing at, like basically get out of here, right? Which is extremely reminiscent to a time in America where, yeah, I mean, the oppressor would definitely abuse his, privilege in this land and tell them to just get the hell out of here, or let me see where your papers, where you supposed to be, boy.
Facts.
You understand?
Facts.
So he had started off with, just telling them to get the hell out of there. Then he doubles back and sees them still in the area, and then pulls up, says something about, he had a warrant. He had a warrant for the dude that he was trying to, run over like Frogger. But the warrant was for failure to appear. Like it wasn't
That's
even
crazy.
that deep for real. If it was that deep, it wouldn't even have been out. You dig it? Like it's I don't know what it was for, but if it's that serious, you're not gonna be out to fail to appear.
And Salaki,
So
out of one.
Go ahead.
Salaki, just with what both of y'all are saying, though, again, you got cases where I give you a good. You remember Uvalde? Y'all maybe y'all remember Uvalde when you had the school shooter in there. This cat is in there unaliving elementary school kids left and right. The police stayed outside for over an hour and a half, talking about what they was gonna do. You feel me? Before they actually went up in there, as our kids, because those was mainly Latino children up in there getting slaughtered. You feel me? They sat out there and thought about what they were gonna do. This is a live shooter. This is a live threat. You feel me? So again, it's right. They don't care when it's us. Our lives don't matter to them. Just like they didn't care about those children's lives when they were sitting out in the hallway. You watch them on the video laughing and joking. You know what I'm saying? Like they're at a goddamn picnic or a conference or something while there's a live shooter in there. But this young brother for a warrant, for whatever it may be, you gonna run him down with the vehicle? They have no care whatsoever for our life. How you talk about how they sick the dog on a brother? You know what I'm saying? They have protocols for that where they're not supposed to do that. They're not supposed to just let the dog just go and bite and attack somebody. That's cruelty. You know what I'm saying? That's unsafe for the damn dog, and it's definitely unsafe for us. They're not supposed to just run you down with the vehicle. You feel me? Why would you do that? And if it leaves, it kind of talks about the same thing. We're gonna talk about a little bit later on when we get onto the Venezuela story. When it comes to us, there are no rules and regulations that they follow. When they see each other as other human beings. You feel me? That whole civil rights movement was to try to get civil rights so they would treat us like actual human beings, treat us civilly, treat us like human beings. And even now, when you fast forward to 2025, they still don't look at us like we're humans. They look at our young men like they're old men. It was I don't know if y'all seen it a couple weeks ago. The text thread that went out with the Republican that Republican Party or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And JD Vance got on TV and said, well, these is kids. These kids shouldn't be penalized for the rest of their lives for, you know what I'm saying, for these jokes or whatever. These racist, dangerous jokes that they was putting up in the chat. These weren't jokes. They was not talking about putting people in the gas chamber. You know what I'm saying? They were racial slurs towards us. He said that they were children. These were I think the youngest one in the damn group was like 27. You know what I'm saying? They ranged from like 27 to 40. But when it comes to us, with our young men, they look at them like they grown adults. There was a little bit of meat left on that bone, Officer Carra. A little bit of meat left on that bone. It said, if not, if it ain't them, then who is it? Who did all this wickedness in the earth? If it ain't them that's running us down in the damn street like we animals, then who is it? Because Christianity will have you believing that we're all the same. We all bleed red. We all in the same boat. Everybody's evil. Everybody got a little bit of bad. But the Bible is being very specific. It says, where and who is he? It's right in front of our face who this devil is. And what we're going to see as this story wraps up as we get closer and closer to the end, just like Officer Aisha and Officer Khan was saying, as we get closer to the end, he's going to reveal himself more and more every day. Every day he is pulling off that mask, that facade they done built of America. He's stripping that away a little bit more, and I won't even say a little bit. He taking off a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? Every day he's stripping off that mask more and more so you can see who he is. And the only reason that you can't see him is because you look at him through the eyes of this oppressor. You look at them through the eyes of Christianity. You don't look at them through the eyes of this Bible or through the wisdom that this Bible gives us. You know what I'm saying? I yield right there, let y'all jump on it. You know what I'm saying? And it says it all throughout this Bible. That's the crazy part about it. All throughout this Bible, it says it. You feel me? Matter of fact, if I could, I know we are pressed for time a little bit. We got a little bit of a late stop. If we could go back to Lamentations 4, we always read Lamentations 4 and 17 and 18, and that's a bedrock scripture. You know what I'm saying? We know that. Look for their vain help. Hunt our steps. But all throughout this Bible, it's telling us exactly who they're talking about. If you go down to verse 21 with that, right? Let me pull it up on my phone too, because it's a little bit smaller trying to look at that on here. But if you go to verse 21, and I'm gonna go through it real quick, right? It says that rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom. Edom are the Edomites. Salaki, go ahead, Adawan.
Yeah, I'm gonna read that for you if you don't mind.
Most sign crack.
All right, this is Lamentation 4 and 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz.
Yeah, it says, O daughter of Edom. Edom are these Edomites. Now, when you read this, let's talk about the land of Uz. Uz was a wealthy place. They've been doing great. They've been doing good in their kingdom. You know what I'm saying? It's telling you who this Bible is talking. It ain't talking about everybody. You feel me? Keep reading.
The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
Everything that they done did to us, that's coming back to them. The Bible talks about rewarding them double. It talks about rewarding them double. Christianity teaches that they're going to get the same salvation that you get as Black, Latino, and Native Indian, and they haven't been through none of the persecution that you've been through. You know what I'm saying? Keep reading.
Thou shalt be drunken.
Go ahead.
And shalt make thyself naked.
Everything that they've covered themselves with up until this point, they American philosophy, they Christianity, you know what I'm saying? They politics, that's going to be stripped away from them. That's all going to be stripped away from them, and they're going to be in a drunken state. They're going to have to pay for what they've done. You feel me? If you could just read that, first line of 22 from me out of one, and I'm gonna land right there.
This is Lamentation chapter 4, verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished.
The Bible is letting us know, God is telling us that our punishment for our sin, iniquity is sin. We are in this situation that we in because of sin. It's accomplished. It's accomplished. We just have to go back to this Bible for the justice that we seeking. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get no justice in that church. You're not going to get no justice in no politics. Like Officer Kerala Kump said, you're not going to get no justice by calling them to save you. Sonia Massey, they just convicted the brother, that devil that underlies Sonia Massey. She called for help. He came and underlined her in her kitchen. You feel me? And then before you rejoice too much on that, yeah, they found him guilty, but they only found him guilty of manslaughter. He might be able to get out on time served. He might get probation. You feel me? You're not going to get no justice for them. This Bible is talking about justice for blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You know what I'm saying? And us being saved from these damn Edomites, from this oppressor. You feel me? And I yield right there, Salakia.
No sweat. All right. Korah, you done on that? You had asked for another scripture too. I ain't forget.
Khan, he sure did. Yeah, he sure did. What you got?
It's cool. I could just say. I mean, it says, 2nd Ezra 6:9 says that not verbatim, but it just says that Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning. You know what I mean? And
Salaki, if I may, let's read that. Let's get, can we get that one up? I think the people need to see that. You feel me? They might need to see that one because that's such a heavy scripture. You feel me? We've been talking. We all in this same thing together. You know what I'm saying? They give us these space stories with Will Smith and the world ended, but the Bible is saying something specifically different, drastically different than what they say. So I'll read for you, Officer Korah. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 6 verse 9. For Esau is the end of the world.
Man, y'all hear Commander Jerry Yohana, you hear the prophets tell you who Esau is. He give you the description of his spirit. And if you don't know, man, you can check into our classes and we'll let you know. But the oppressor is Esau, is Edom. You know what I'm saying? And they rule the earth right now. You know what I'm saying? They are the biggest military power. You know what I mean? Their reputation is known across the whole world. They make everybody got to come to them to buy and sell, and they are the superpower in the earth right now. You know what I'm saying? And guess what's happening right now? Their kingdom is falling. The dollar is going in the toilet. That's why they running into Venezuela. This is their last move to save America, is getting the control of the oil in Venezuela. Yeah, and after that, it's the end. This is the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got to panic. You know what I'm saying? If you black and Hispanic and Native Indian, you ain't got to panic. You get into the ISUPK, the school near you, and you learn the wisdom of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And get into your culture and tradition. Because guess what? Jacob is the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Oh, go ahead. My bad.
No sweat. And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows.
And Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. After the fall of Esau and Edom and his kingdom, it says that follow. This is what will follow after the beginning. Jacob, which name was changed to Israel. Israel is the 12 tribes of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Benjamin, which is the Jamaicans, the tribe of Judah, which is blacks, Ephraim, which is the Puerto Ricans, and all of those other, Gad, which is the Native American Indians, all of these other tribes, right? You know what I'm saying? These are the beginning. The nation of Israel, the true biblical Jews that the Bible speaks of, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And then you'll have righteous judges that are fair. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That are hard on all of the things that plague the black, Hispanic, and Native Indians. That'll put an end to it. You know what I'm saying? That'll be the beginning. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that'll be the beginning of the kingdom. That you so-called Christians say your prayers over your food, and when you wake up, you saying you ask for the kingdom to come on earth. You know what I'm saying? Jacob will be that kingdom that comes on earth, ruled by our king. You know what I'm saying? And I just wanted I want to put that out there because we got to remember what in Deuteronomy, I think it's chapter 28, where it says, man, this oppressor has no respect for the young or the old. Man, he was like that man was just a small pivot away from the car hitting him when he hit the pivot and turned around. You know what I mean? Like, and then he crashed the car into somebody's backyard, almost crashed into their house.
Yep.
This is a police officer. This somebody that you trust that to come to your house. Then that goes back to the story with Sonya Massey. Like, yo, we just had camp out in Baltimore, and we just had to argue with 3 brothers about talking about the oppressor and telling our people that he is our enemy. And then this video pop up in Baltimore. That's crazy. We just had to fight. We was out there. They was ready to fight us for saying that the oppressor is the white man. They say y'all always talking about the white man, and then this video pop up. Come on, man. I land my plane.
Nah, and Salaki, if I may, that's so heavy what you just said. And again, it's just because we do not know this Bible and we reject the wisdom inside this Bible. All throughout this Bible, it tells you everybody's identity. You got 18 families in the earth, 18 races, 18 nationalities in the earth. And the Bible tells you who everybody is. Moab is the Chinese, Ammon is the Japanese, Ishmael, that's your Arabs. It tells you everybody family. Elam, that's your East Indians. It tells you who everybody is. But because of Christianity, we think we're all the same. We think we all the same. Even though I can't go into no oppressor house and say, hey, well, we all the same. This is my television because this is your television. Let me grab them keys to that car real quick. You know what I'm saying? We all the same, right? That's my car too. You know, they know damn well that wouldn't make any sense. And they be chasing me down like they did that brother in that video. But when it comes to salvation and the inheritance that the Most High gave blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians that he left for Israelites, somehow that's community property. You know what I'm saying? That becomes community property with the whole world. You feel me? It makes no sense, but it's just because, again, we don't know who are the characters inside of this Bible. And we don't realize this Bible is our family records. This Bible tells us all of our interactions with these other nations and how it arrived last time, which is why it's going the way it's going right now. You feel me? And the only way that you shake that, like you said, them brothers we battled out there in Baltimore last week. You feel me? They were Christians. They were Christians. One of them was a proud Christian. He had the cross on his neck. You know what I'm saying? High as a kite. You feel me? Which is what Christianity teaches us to be, drug addicts. The other one was a Christian. He was an indirect Christian. You feel me? He's so full of knowledge and don't know a damn thing. He's an indirect Christian. Why? Because Christianity tells you can accept everything. God is in everything. God is omnipotent. God is over here. God's over there. No matter what you're doing, this is all God, right? That don't make no sense. This Bible is specific. It's specific on the instructions that the Most High gave us. He ain't say just do it your way. This ain't Burger King. You feel me? I yield right there.
Salat, yeah. In the chat, Mathum Shakawaya, she said, man, a perpetual hate. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give a shout out to everybody. I wanted to give a shout out to everybody that's in the chat, the water for checking in. This is our new time, Fridays at 5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Right before the Lashawan Quadash class. You should stay on here because in Virginia, they'll be having their Lashawan Quadash class, very, very good Hebrew learning class. And also Baltimore will also have their Lashawan Quadash class. So you already online, you can just roll straight through to the next class.
Yeah, right. And Salaki, if I may, with what you just said, not only is it perpetual hate, like the sister said, you feel me? That Bible also talks about us rehearsing the righteous acts and learning and coming back to our culture. You feel me? Just how they have a perpetual hatred and the Bible told us then, we have to do that other part also. We got to come back to our heritage and our culture. So yeah, if y'all can, y'all stick around. If you're in the VA for the VA channel or the Baltimore channel for that Lashawan Quadash, that's a critical and important part of who we are. You know what I'm saying? How we communicate with each other, our language. Part of the reason why Latinos have been somewhat insulated from this oppressor is because they have a separate language from the main language of America. You know what I'm saying? And I should say the United States, because most of the Americas speak Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Most of your Americas speak Spanish. However, in America, in the United States, that's not the predominant language. So that's why they've been able to somewhat become insulated from this oppressor. It's just that now we're in a part where ICE don't care. ICE is using that as a weapon. It's weaponized that against them now. So now if I hear that Spanish, that's a reason for me to, you know what I'm saying, lock you up, beat you up, break your arms, break your bones, and throw you in the back of the car and kick you out the country. We got to come back to our own language. And last point, if you think that Christ is coming back and Christ is going to be speaking to you in your oppressor's tongue, he's going to be speaking to you in the slave language, you're sadly mistaken. Why would the Bible tells us not to envy none of their ways? So if it's saying to envy none of their ways, why would our Lord and Savior, why would our King come back and be speaking their tongue? Why would he be coming back and doing, you know what I'm saying, and being Americanized? That don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So the water for that plug, Officer Corolla come. You feel me? At the water for the sister, and yeah, it's a hell of a story, and it's nothing new. This is what they do. Not only did they not give a damn about their brother they was chasing, they didn't care about nobody else that was in the neighborhood. They didn't care about nobody else in the neighborhood. You running through a residential neighborhood trying to run somebody over. What if it was kids outside? It ain't quite wintertime yet, so it could have been children outside. They don't care. It could have been elderly people outside. They don't care. They have no respect, like Officer Corolla said, for the young or for the old. We all good for the getting, you know what I'm saying, according to them, because we're all targets according to them. Because something that we don't understand as Blacks, Latinos, and Native American Indians, you got a team. You have a family. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be family first, but we're not family first because we believe in Christianity. And Christianity puts our oppressor first before ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I yield right there.
Y'all want to get into the next story, sir?
Yeah, most time Christ. Let's do it.
Nah, let's stay on this one.
Yeah. What's the next one?
We could do the braids, man.
We could do the braids.
Yo, but I need a second.
Now, boy.
We got. Go ahead.
Now I want to make sure it's not echoing. So when I start playing it,
I got
to go to the live to see if it's echoing there.
Come with Khan. We got a shout out to the chat. Salakia, if I get the name wrong, Matham Shakawaya.
That's Officer Matham Shakaria, man. That's Officer Matham. Shakaria.
Officer Matham Salakia. Yeah. I never knew. We call him Matham, so I ain't never know Shakawaya was Shakaria. I never knew that. Y'all sir. We got
sir.
Old woman Nikki in the chat. You know what I mean? Regular chop and cut promoter.
Chop and cut alumni. Chop and cut alumni.
Chop and cut alumni. We got hey, you know how they give their what you call it? Like they give
viewers, your audience,
audience a name or whatever, like a group name.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, like that because they call
like
the gravel pit on across the line and shit.
Yeah. We got the butchers in here. That's our
butcher shop. Yeah,
the butcher shop. We got the slaughterhouse. You know what I'm saying?
Slaughterhouse.
She's a professional butcher, and we got Kasad Wana. What's going on, y'all? No water.
I like that though. Slaughterhouse and butcher shop. I like both of those. That's gonna be that's a rough toss up, right? I like both of those.
We'll put something together. We'll nail something down.
I like that. We got to get that as one of our side effects. But yeah, let's do it. Salakia.
We're getting short on this time.
I got you.
So I'm gonna try to share this to the stage.
And this right here, man, I hate like why you pulling the video up. So I'm gonna wait.
No sweat.
I feel some type of way about this video because my rib, she do hair, you know, that's her thing for real, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, I'll wait till we done.
All right, so I'm gonna have to unmute it here. I think then I'm gonna let it rock.
Or is this synthetic?
No, this is synthetic.
Black people, we love our braids.
Would normally have braids in 24/7. The way to stay about to be slayed, baby.
But it's the style that we've all known to protect our hair, quietly putting us in danger.
2 times it's happened to me. Very nasty looking sores on the back of my neck.
Mega companies selling us synthetic hair you may find at the beauty supply.
All of them have some type of chemical at this point.
It has been tearing some of us up.
My scalp is pretty much burning.
So the Shade Room, we flew to New York.
So we've been here for about 2 hours.
Pressing the companies that make our hair products, but don't look like us.
What are you guys working on specifically?
Those same companies at the center of a shocking consumer report that found chemicals, benzene, acetone, lead, in synthetic braiding hair.
Gutted. I was gutted.
The dare to know what's in your hair.
All right,
You stopped it
That's
right on
pretty much
time out
what
of
I'm
one
at.
before that damn sodomite got started. The water
Yeah,
for
it
them. Those times, right. The water.
Yeah,
You
yo,
know,
he
I'm
was
sitting
making
over
me
here,
mad when I was watching that
burning.
video.
I'm sitting over here, old
Man,
man.
yo, he was
But go
getting more
ahead.
in his element too as he talked more and more. His S's
That
was
that's
go ahead.
actually part of the problem. But go ahead, Officer Karai. Go. I'll let you jump on it first.
No, like when you think about acetone, acetone is flammable. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, it's um, it's nothing wrong with sisters wanting to look beautiful. I prefer the more natural look anyway. You know what I'm saying? Prefer the more natural look anyway. But it's like, yo, really it kind of falls into two, you know what I'm saying, like, the white man, you know what I'm saying, and the oppression that some of our sisters, all of our sisters have been to, you know what I'm saying, to have to want to fit into a westernized, a world, this oppressive land, you know what I mean, to trying to keep up with a beauty, you know what I mean? Because of all the statistics and stigma and the mental oppression that was put on them. And then you got these heathens that's monopolizing, you know what I'm saying, something that black women have have made $1 billion business. You know what I'm saying? Commander General Yohana said, make some stuff that's sustainable. You know what I mean? Like, cut this out. He got the sprout. I forget the name of it. He's growing. Salaki. Oh, he's growing the plants, and you got our brothers and sisters making up businesses, man. Yeah, like that's something right there that if anything, our sisters need to try to tap in and take it. You know what I mean from them. You know what I mean, because they just making millions of money off of us without a care. You know what I'm saying? Like a scripture, Ecclesiasticus 12:10. You know what I'm saying? If anybody could get it, like we go to them, they making billions of dollars off of our sisters. You know what I'm saying? The talent, you know what I mean? The braids, period. That's our culture. You know what I'm saying? The cornrows and the braids, that's us. That shop that you see them sisters in, that's a 24/7 shop, right? That shop stay open 24/7. That shop that they was doing the video in there about it. I forget where it's at, but a African owned that shop. You know what I'm saying? I just want to throw that out there. Like, yo, all these other nations take our talents and they make money off of us. And then while they doing it because they are so evil and they don't have a care for any of us, they got poison in the head that's destroying your scalp, destroying your skin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Salaki, what chapter was that? What chapter did you want to go?
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10.
12 and 10. Salaki.
Never trust our enemy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And our sisters is beautiful. We can still do braids without all of that fake hair. I seen a video of them when they was making fake hair with tar. They was melting the tar down. They was dipping like a comb in it, letting it come up stringy, and then they was spinning it around until it was dry. And then they was and they was doing something else with it, and it was hair. You know what I'm saying? But Ecclesiasticus, if anybody could read it.
I got you. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
Never trust thy enemy. Don't trust them with the hair. Don't trust them with your children. Don't trust them to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't trust them to do any type of justice. You know what I'm saying? Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, while America is falling, we got to do something. We got to start building our own. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of building our nation. You know what I'm saying? Cultivating and designing and creating the things that we know we need. You know what I'm saying? Our sisters is amazing at creating and putting things together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got that talent in you. We should get back to that. You know, somebody in the chat said net worth $580 billion. You know what I'm saying? All of that money is going to them, while we got people. While we in the hood worried about not having food because of SNAP. and they got 50, and we kicking out $580 billion to this heathen. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, continue.
For like as iron rusteth.
Yeah, for like as iron is going to rust, no matter what. No matter what you do to it, for sure it's going to rust. Go ahead.
So is his wickedness.
So that means so is his wickedness. These other nations don't give a damn about you. You know what I'm saying? Don't give a damn about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We see it in everything they do. All they care about is they self and money. You know what I'm saying? Never trust the enemy. You know what I'm saying? And I land my plane.
All right, so like if I could, I'd want to let you want to jump in the offside, Charlotte.
No, you go ahead, man. You know, I always like to wait till last.
I got you. Them last rights. But no, what the brother said was so heavy. This is such a heavy topic, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't just the sisters, it's the brothers too. Because they deprived us of so much in slavery, because it's like a child. You tell a child you can't go outside, you can't watch television. That child is going to want to do it because you told them that they can't do it. They restricted so many things from us naturally. That's why we like to shine the way we shine. We can't just have one car. We got to have the best car in 12 of them. You know what I'm saying? We can't, you know what I'm saying, have a house. We got to have the biggest house on the block. It's all psychological warfare, and they done this to us on purpose. Black people are the biggest consumers in America. We spend 1.8 trillion. So you talking about 580 something billion? That we spend a million. We spend 1.8 trillion dollars. Damn near $2 trillion. That's bigger than most of your quote unquote developed countries. That's bigger than their entire GDP. So it's bigger than just us doing our own thing. We don't do our own thing because we don't see any value in that. We don't do our own thing and come together because we reject what's inside of this Bible. Christianity teaches us that we're all the same. If we all the same, why we can't all do business together? You feel me? Why we all can't just come up together? You know, America first. Because of Christianity, we don't have the mindset and the philosophy to say that my people first. I take care of mine first. This should come here first. We lost all of that. We lost all of our businesses because of Martin Luther King. We lost all of our stores, our shops. We lost all of that. Sisters were doing each other hair at one point in time. But after civil rights, it allowed all the other oppressors to come in and take advantage of us. So we battled this. So that topic is so heavy because we're battling low self-esteem because we don't know who we are, because we don't know that we the Israelites, because all of our history starts with damn slavery. So we're battling that, you know what I'm saying? We're battling self-esteem, you know what I'm saying? We battling trying to buy black, build black, when really that's a myth. There's no such thing as no black-owned business unless you hear in the ISUPK. And even then, we still got to deal with this damn oppressor because this isn't our kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So the things that we want to get, us having our own, that's coming back to our God. Because we don't serve our God, we don't have our own thing. It was a movie back in the day with Chris Rock. Y'all may remember with called Good Hair. Good Hair talked about this very same thing that you're talking about. That industry is such a shady industry. I've seen videos with them sweeping up hair off the ground. You know what I'm saying? Running combs through it, washing it, packaging it up, sending it right over here, and our sisters put that mess in their head. When our sisters grow hair that nobody else on the earth can have. You feel me? And it's nothing wrong. It's nothing unlawful about a sister having a wig. So we're not saying that it's unlawful for you to have a wig, sister. Some sisters have to have wigs because they may have battled cancer, you know what I'm saying, something else, and they've lost their hair. That's understandable because of the slaveries that our sisters do. You feel me? It's more feasible sometimes to throw that wig on, get them braids done, because that's going to last a certain duration of time. Now I don't have to get up and worry about doing my hair every morning. You know what I'm saying? It gives them more time to be a little bit more flexible as far as the slavery, as far as the job. So we're not saying that it's unlawful, but because we're not in charge of our own industries, we're not in charge of, we're not going to make sure that it's safe. They put the poison in on purpose. It doesn't have to be in there. You feel me? They can do the same thing with this hair and eliminate all the poison, all the dyes, all the chemicals that they put in that are harmful. It's carcinogenics. If you go a little deeper into it, cancer-causing agents inside of the hair that our sisters put into their head. You feel me? And that's added there on purpose. It doesn't have to be there. but it's there because, again, all the other nations prey off of us. If I can get Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 28. If I can get Ezekiel chapter 34, verse 28 again, because of Christianity, because we abandoned our God, we made ourselves a prey to all the other nations. Everybody preys off of us. Everybody takes advantage of us. And it's bigger than them just eating off of us. It's one thing to eat off somebody, take advantage of somebody. It's a whole different thing. Like when the sister brought out, when Officer Matham brought out earlier, when you have a perpetual hatred towards that person that you're taking advantage of, because now you're jealous of them. Because with everything that they do to us, we still here. With everything that they do to us, we still here. They look at us like we the roaches on the earth, right? You imagine if you in your house, if you black. I know they can't imagine that, if they don't mind having a filthy house. But you imagine if that's us and we got roaches and we done put the spray down, we done called the damn man, the bug man, moved everything, got the cabinets offside shower, they done sprayed, they done fumigated, and we just can't get rid of them. They having a good time. That's how they look at us. No matter what they do, they can't get rid of us. So it's bigger than them just, you know what I'm saying, eating off of us, taking advantage of. They hate us too on top of it. If you can read Ezekiel 38, 34 and 28 for me, Baba Kushah.
Salakia. This is Ezekiel 34 and 28. And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen.
See, in order for us to stop what we see going on with these other nations taking advantage of us, because it's not just the hair, it's the food as well. It's the hair, it's the food, it's your health care. You know what I'm saying? All of the above, they put things in it to hurt us. Everything is a weapon towards us. Everything is weaponized towards us. But in order for us to end that, keep reading.
Neither shall the beast of the land devour them.
First, you got to know who is who in this Bible. You got to know when the Most High said that they are the beasts of the field, they the beasts of the field because that's how he views us. But we are that lamb. That's why we always describe as the lamb. You know what I'm saying? In the sheep in the Bible. Salakia, the sheep in the Bible, right? We are being devoured by the other beasts of the land. The other beasts devour us. And they devour us because we think we all the same. The sheep think he the same. He's sitting at the table with the wolf. He buying a hair from the wolf like it's all good, not realizing that wolf is going to devour him. And he only does that. We only do that as a people because our leadership have told us that we're all the same because of Christianity. Keep read.
But they shall dwell safely.
It says that no, you keep reading out one. You too out.
And none shall make them afraid.
The Bible, all throughout the Bible, it talks about us not being confounded anymore, us not being afraid anymore, us not being ashamed anymore. Part of the reason why our sisters go out and have to put a brand new face on, a brand new set of hair, a brand new set of eyes, is because they're ashamed of who they are. When we was out there battling at camp in Baltimore, a lot of the reasons why our brothers and sisters come up and battle us so much is because deep down they are ashamed of who they are. Christianity teaches you to be ashamed of being Black, Latino, and Native American Indian. Why? Because you're not that oppressor that you idolize. You're not that oppressor that you worship. So it teaches you to be ashamed of who you are. You know what I'm saying? They removed the Black fathers out the house. By removing them Black fathers out the house, it opened the door for that consumerism to just grow. That's why we spent $1.8 trillion. You know, you got some weaves and some. It tripped me out one year when I found out some damn weaves cost up to 10 stacks. $10,000. You know what I'm saying? And you have some of our sisters wearing this mess. You feel me? Because again, they stripped our identity. They stripped our self-esteem. They stripped everything from us and replaced it with their products. Replaced it, you know what I'm saying, with their trinkets. And we use that to overcompensate. I think that's the word I'm looking for, or compensate, you know what I'm saying, for the things that they taken from us, when really that's of no value and it's not going to work. In order for us to finally be safe, you know what I'm saying, and for us not to be a prey to them, we have to come back to this Bible, man. We got to come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. So again, I just want to make sure I say, you feel me? I don't want us to get no nasty letters and them brothers said we can't even buy weed no more. You know what I'm saying? It's not unlawful for our sisters to wear weed. But we have to always be mindful, like Officer Karalakhan said, never trust thine enemy. We have to be mindful of the things that we consume. We have to be mindful of the things we put in our body. We got to be mindful of who we're getting it from. You feel me? And in order for us to do our own, get our own, we got to come back to this Bible, man. We can't. There's no other way to do it. You're never gonna have no black owned businesses until we come back to realize that we ain't black. We Israelites. You feel me? And I yield right there.
It's a lot here. I guess I'll be the one to give this some texture. You know what I'm saying? From another perspective, you understand? Like I know, like that's it's a booming industry. Like that artificial hair care. You know what I'm saying? That artificial hair industry is a major industry. But and again, you mentioned like sisters that have like health issues and things like that might, cause, some unfavorable cranial conditions, right? But a whole nother aspect of that is sometimes, the Bible says that the Most High will get on that woman's head if she don't want to act like she's supposed to act. You understand? If she want to act like she don't gotta answer to a man and be in order, if she don't know what the hell a woman's supposed to act like, how to be decent and appropriate, how to be kind and loving and caring, if she want to run around and be a dragon and be a baddie and be ratchet and be a monster, the Lord said he gonna get a hold of that head. You understand? I would just pull that scripture real quick. If one of you brothers could read it, if you could. There's a couple scriptures. I'm gonna skip a little bit. This is Isaiah 3:16, just to give you some context. Baba Kashar.
This is Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 16. Moreover, the Most High saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty.
They are what?
Haughty.
Go ahead.
And walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes.
Listen, this is that Eric, this is that today's what they call it, the feminist movement. You understand? This is that feminist movement. This is that bad bitch movement. This is that baddies nonsense. This is that can't nobody tell me nothing. Yakety yak, that stretch forth neck. That's how you know this book is about black people, man. That's how you know this book was written about black people and for black people. That stretch forth neck, that's that shameless kind of like, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. You ain't my daddy, this and that. Ain't no man gonna tell me what to do. I don't need no, that stretch forth neck, all that, them wonton eyes, them rolled out, you rolling them eyes, you all what they call it, man. You're just a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like for lack of better terms, you're just a bitch, and you know it, and you're proud of it.
It's a lot, y'all. The one that who gonna check me, boo? That who gonna check me, boo? Garbage. Yeah.
Can't nobody tell me nothing. You understand? Go ahead.
Walking and mincing as they go.
Yeah, walking and mincing as they go. Go ahead.
And making a tinkling with their feet.
Yeah, wanting all the damn attention on earth. Look at me, look at me. You understand how many Instagram followers can I get? You out there, you damn twerking in every damn video you can post. You understand? All your drafts is you twerking again. Can you do anything besides twerk and pop off at the damn mouth? Can you do something else? Well, I tell you what, God said he got something for that. We're going to go ahead to the next verse. Salakia.
This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 17.
Now, we know who God's talking about. This is, who he's talking about right now is right here. Therefore, read.
Therefore, the Most High will smite with a scab the crown of the head.
He'll smite with a what?
With a scab.
Read.
The crown of the head of the daughters of Zion.
Yeah, you know that place where you used to have all that nice hair? Huh? Yeah, gonna be sores. You understand? Gonna be burn marks. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be all kinds of pain. You understand? Look, I'm gonna drop down one more time for time's sake. Verse 24. And get that. You go to verse 24 for time's sake. Yeah, you sisters need to get in this ISUPK, man, and learn how to conduct your damn self. A lot of you have been taught by the Zeus Network and America and the feminist movement. Y'all have learned how to be terrible to yourselves. You've learned how to be an absolute destruction to yourself in all kinds of ways. And that head ain't no exception, man. Go ahead and read that, Baba Kasha.
This is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 24. And it shall come to pass.
Go ahead.
That instead of sweet smell, there shall be stink.
Instead of a sister smelling all sweet and fragrant, you're gonna smell fishy. You understand? It's gonna be a stink. You understand? Keep reading.
And instead of a girdle, a rent.
Good. Instead of like a nice belt, like nice attire, it's gonna be ripped. And half of you doing it right now if you don't want to wear no damn clothes, no way. Because that's not what gets you attention. Putting clothes on your behind don't get you thumbs ups and likes on Instagram and Facebook. Read.
And instead of well set hair, baldness.
And instead of what?
Well set hair.
Instead
baldness.
of well set hair, instead of that beautiful, gorgeous hair that the Most High wants you to have, what is he gonna give them?
Baldness.
Baldness, huh? What it split ends? You know what I'm saying? Edges gone. You understand? Like that's what you're gonna deal with. You might want to find out how you're supposed to behave, man. Maybe having to resort to putting poisonous artificial hair on your head. Maybe there's a better way to deal with your hair problem, man. Maybe it starts with your conduct. And if any of you sisters are unaware of what that conduct is, find the nearest ISUPK school in your city. Go in there, meet them sisters, observe them sisters. Look at how they dress. Look at how they talk. Observe the Adawan cons. Just observe it. Save your hair. And I'll land there. Salaki.
Hey, Salaki. All I hear in the background is sexy red. That's all I hear in the background.
Don't get me started.
Look at you busting this scripture now. You know what I'm saying? I'm here, my booty hole proud. You feel
Come on. Haughty.
Most High Christ. Most High Christ.
All right, we got one more story, but I know we got to get this.
I think we can jump into it. You know what I'm saying? We can jump into it.
Yep.
I think we can push it.
And this is just a headline for real.
Yeah, we can push it.
Officer Quran sent this through. This is about President Trump saying that he's not considering strikes within Venezuela.
Mm-hmm.
Officer Quran, you want to go ahead and give this some scoop? You know what I mean? Give us some background.
Yeah, give me 1 second. What he's saying though, I don't buy it. So if any of y'all watch Black Watch, Captain Mashak class on Wednesday, he gave a well put together. It was perfect. He gave you history on Venezuela and America, when it started. He even gave you more history on the other presidents, how they played a role, and you know what I mean, different aspects into it, all the way up until today. You know what I'm saying? And then on Black Watch, because they have a Black Watch every Wednesday, right after the law class, on the Commanding General Yohana's Black Watch channel, the same channel that he has his on Monday, right? So when you go into it, he went further into it, and when you gotta watch that class, you gotta go watch Wednesday, DC's Wednesday night law class, because the way he broke it down is listen, Trump is lying. I feel like he's setting you up. You know what I'm saying? To like the same way he does with everything, to make himself look like the good guy, and they're doing some type of crime. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna read a little bit of this article. Trump was asked abroad Air Force One while en route to Florida about the reports and whether he had made up his mind about potential strikes. No, it's not true, Trump responded. On the Wall Street Journal reported Thursday that Trump administration had identified military facilities in Venezuela used to smuggle drugs as potential targets for strikes. The news outlet Trump had not made a final decision on whether to carry out strikes inside of Venezuela. You know what I'm saying? Trump and his administration have taken an aggressive approach towards Venezuela in recent weeks, raising questions about potential conflict. You know what I'm saying? Which we already know he been bombing Venezuela's random ships. You know what I'm saying? In the ocean. Some of them ships. Say it again.
I said that's what I was getting ready to ask about. I was like, damn, I know I done seen. Ain't he bombing the hell out of boats left and right?
Right.
You know,
He's talking about
around that way.
It's a lot. Salaki, if I may, it's up to like 10 or 12. The number's over 50 or 60 people that he's killed already. You know what I'm saying? Colombia even got involved and said one of them was his. They had a story with a brother, his family's petitioning now because he was a fisherman. So the family is like, no, he was out there as a fisherman, and you done killed my husband. You done killed my father. It's two of them. Last point, it's two of them that when they bombed the boat, they didn't kill them. And because they captured them, they hurried up and sent them back to Colombia. You feel me? So I yield right there. But yeah, but I jump on it once you get finished. It's like Officer Cora.
No, I was just going to say, what about due process? I thought drug dealers supposed to get arrested, go to court, get tried by, a jury or whatnot, and then get sentenced. I mean, drug dealers don't get the death penalty. They go do, 10 years, 10, 20, 30, whatever it calls for. Since when the hell is dropping missiles and bombs out of a sky onto a boat, the judge, jury, and execution of a suspected drug deal?
And America's...
No, go ahead, Salah. Go ahead, Cora.
No, I was just going to add, man, America's so crazy because you got the police officers that's over here in America. Some of them is getting found guilty for unaliving people. And they're getting lesser charges than the people that they're saying is smuggling so-called drugs that you don't even know is on a ship. They get bombed while they get probation. That the police officers who took an oath to protect now are becoming terrorists to the community that they are supposed to be protecting, unaliving them. You know what I'm saying? And they are getting better justice than the people that they think are smuggling drugs here. That's why that whole title of that whole thing of him thinking about striking them, not potentially knowing what he's going to do, is all bull crap. That's why you gotta watch the DC class, man. This goes way deeper. You know what I'm saying? They have to do this. They have to do it. What people don't know is Russia has already been made a treaty, agreement with Venezuela that, when something is done to them, we coming in to help you. They already sent weapons over there. You know what I'm saying? It's already, it's already started. I think they sent a couple hundred missiles over there. So,
and Salaki, if I may, that's the reason why he's making this statement that he's making now. They had already made up their mind that they were going to be ground targets. Last week, Venezuela caught a round of CIA operatives in Venezuela. They caught them on ground in Venezuela. They're holding them right now in Venezuela jail right now, saying that they was plotting on making it seem like Venezuela was doing this and that, so America would have an excuse to go in there. It's over 10,000 troops right now stationed right outside of Venezuela, ready to go inside of there. If you don't think that this is going to the ground, you're crazy. It's going to the ground. It's just that they know once they go to the ground, now it's going to be full-fledged with Russia. Russia is already into it with NATO. America and NATO is supposed to be just like this, right? They're already into it with NATO. World War III has already began. They're just not calling it that yet. Everybody is positioning themselves to, you know what I'm saying, get in position for this. This is what this is. With Venezuela, no, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say, because it's a lot of juice in here. We should have started with this one first, honestly. But what's crazy is, damn, I forgot. Yo, listen, China and Taiwan. China not having none of that with Taiwan, right? You know what I'm saying? Right now, they fighting on so many fronts Jerusalem, the so-called Jewish man trying to take over the Middle East with Iran and all of them. And now you going into Venezuela and Russia on another front. When you see why that oppressor is trying to run that brother over, and you see why the whoever tried to assassinate Charlie Kirk, and you see all of this chaos. This is why it's these white people. When you watch, it's something that Matham, Officer Matham has every Monday at 6 o'clock before scriptural breakdown class. He has a One West news desk where he goes over local, international news. You know what I'm saying? He gave me one of the channels that he watched that he gave to me is called some heathens podcast called Dialogue Works. They have somebody over there called Ritter. I forget his name, but
Scott Ritter.
He used to work for America. He used to be the person that inspects the other nations' nuclear sites, right? And then tell them the regulations and all that. They are mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are the people that were in the military when America was winning, you know what I'm saying, was, ruling. And they are upset. So when you see all this chaos going on between the red and the blue and the protest and the white, and you see all it, it's because of the stupidity of America and Trump and how it's just crumbling apart. And they fight so many fronts. Go ahead.
No, and I was gonna say, Salaki, and just to kind of add to what you're saying, everybody is getting in position. With Venezuela being an ally to Russia, that puts Russia right there. That puts Russia in an opportune position to strike America if need be. There close by. When you see Trump saying that Canada is going to be the 51st state, that we taking back Greenland, that we want the Panama Canal, we attacking Venezuela, we had it with Colombia. What he's doing is trying to solidify everybody that's around the quote unquote Americas, so they're in a better position to defend themselves for the oncoming World War III, which leads back to China and Taiwan. That puts China in an opportune position to strike America with them being close right there by Taiwan. With the whole Taiwan and China thing, right? Trump just left from a meeting with China with Xi Jinping, whatever the name is. Yesterday, day before yesterday, right? Most of your fentanyl comes from China. You notice he's not striking no damn Chinese shipping boats down. He ain't struck damn boat coming out of Chinese. Damn one. Why? Because he knows as soon as he does that, China got a real China has a bigger military force. China's its own entity. It's not dependent on the relationship with Russia like Venezuela is, like Colombia is. So he can strike them. He can't do that to them. And so just like you were saying, most of your fentanyl is coming from there. When you look at the whole drug era, it's a video I'm getting ready to release on the Virginia page, right? That I redid, talking about one of Nixon's top aides, John Ehrlichman, when he got in the interview and when he was being interviewed, and he said that we knew we couldn't go to war with the blacks and with the hippies, you know what I'm saying? But so what we did was we made it criminal for them to for marijuana and for the different drugs, and that's where you get your whole quote unquote war on drugs. What you're seeing played out is America 101 tactic and strategy. You know what I'm saying? You create the problem. You call it a war. If I call it a war, I can attack it by any means necessary, right? Because now it's a war when really it's not a war. It's not a war because that's not how America fights. America never fights straight up. They never go in and say, well, look, we're gonna fight the Native American Indians for their land. No, you go in under subtle reasons. You go in trying to befriend them. Like we read in the beginning, never trust thine enemy. You go in to befriend them. You go in and you do a regime change. You go in and you flood the neighborhood with drugs like they did the Black and Latinos and Native American Indians. This is how they fight. You know what I'm saying? So what you see with Venezuela, this is American 101. You create the problem. You say they're doing this and they smuggling in drugs. But like Officer Shah said, where's the due process? America is so big on laws. You know what I'm saying? When you looking at Zechariah 11:5, it says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. Trump was a law and order president. All about the law and order, but they don't follow none of their laws. They don't have no order. You just blowing brothers and sisters out the damn water. My thing is, what if they are smuggling drugs outside, Charlotte? But what if they also got they trafficking? They got human trafficking on that. So you mean to tell me that the people that they trafficking, they just as guilty? You gonna blow them up too? You feel me? You just gonna blow everybody up out the water. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna lock up nobody. You're not gonna find out what's really going on just because you say so. And when you look at American history, everything they've ever told any American about this, like I get good example, the drug war. We for the longest time we knew that, like they said in Boys in the Hood, we ain't got no boats, we ain't got no ships, we ain't got no trains and no planes. How the dope getting in here? Then years later, they come out and they admit it. Now you can go online because of the Freedom of Information Act, and you can see where they admit, yeah, we sold the drugs, we brought them in here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we did it. We put it in the neighborhood. Nobody goes to jail but us. Nobody's held accountable but us. You know what I'm saying? This is American 101. So if you believe anything that this fool say out of his mouth, if you believe that America isn't already in World War III, you know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, you right for the picking in. You right for the picking in. You need to get about that church. You right where you need to be at. You feel me? But in here, we gonna teach that truth. Go ahead, Officer Karasalaki. I yield.
Do you have something to say, Asha? I don't want to.
Nah, I got nothing. I'm looking at the clock. I know the brother got to start that class, but I do want to chop it up with you right after, like when we clip the show. Something I just figured out.
I wanted to say that on this issue, right, is when you watch that class, man, which it was, I keep talking about that class, Captain Mashak class on Wednesday. Man, he broke it down so well that, like, this is America's last move. Like,
that's right.
This is their last move on saving America, because BRICS is in a good position. You know what I'm saying? And if they do not get into Venezuela and get this oil that's in there, they're gonna be the weakest link. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna. You worried about SNAP? You know what I'm saying? That the dollar is gonna be nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really gonna be having to make stuff whip together, something like grandma used to do. You know what I'm saying? So, like, watch Captain Mashak Wednesday class, man. It's a good class. It gives you all history about this, and then you'll understand how it is needed for America to go into Venezuela, or from their perspective, and do what they got to do to win.
It's like if I may, last thing I'm gonna say, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, when you looking at the history of it, when you looking at the history of every empire, right? Every empire before America, which is all the white man empires, they all have the same track record. They all do the same thing. And when they get to this point, and instead of them, where Britain did the same thing. When Britain got to this point, it started to gobble up the poor. You know what I'm saying? It started to create wars and go into wars to try to retain and hold on to that power, because the pride of this devil, the pride of the white man, I can't be number two. The pride, what they taught us in Christianity, let's just all get along. They'll never do that. They have to be number one. They have to be in control. They got to be robbing everybody. So for them to take a back seat to BRICS, like the brother was saying, that's not an option. Right now, BRICS has a larger share of the world's economy than America. You're not gonna hear that on the news, but that's the truth. BRICS has a larger share of the economy than America. BRICS has more people than America. You know what I'm saying? As far as the world's population and the world's economy. You feel me? It's already over with. The dollar's already sinking fast as I don't know what. You can look at any economist. It's an economist called Richard Wolff, a white dude, like the brother was saying, Scott Ritter. You know what I'm saying? A former nuclear inspector. You can look at any of them that actually know what's going on and are familiar with the area, the territory. They're going to tell you America's on a fast decline. And this is what the brother is talking about and why we are here where we at. And this is what the Lord said was going to happen. And the more of us that come in here, the more of you out there that come in here, tune into these classes, pay your tithes. You feel me? Pay your tithes. You're not going to be able to depend on SNAP. You ain't going to be able to depend on your government. You ain't going to be able to depend on that check or that job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wish we would have had time. We could have went over all the different jobs that got cut this week. This month alone is getting ready to get cut. To what, 600-some thousand from Amazon. You feel me? All the different jobs is getting ready to get cut now. You're not going to be able to depend on that. What you will be able to depend on is the ISUPK, who the Lord sent. You feel me? Pay your tithes. Pay your tithes. Get in these classes before it's too late. It's going to be hard to stop smoking cigarettes and smoking weed. You know what I'm saying? Well, you ain't got no choice. And your last cigarette is going to be your last cigarette. That's going to be rough. Come on in here and learn how to do it now. You feel me? Come, look, you got a little elbow room left. Come on up in here now, you know what I'm saying, and learn these laws, statutes, and commandments. You know what I'm saying? And get with your brothers and your sisters. And I yield right there. The water out of one.
That's right. Listen, man. I mean, Korai, you got anything else, man? Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and shut her down.
Yeah, man. This was a good one, man. I kind of wish we would a little bit of our later time. We had to push this over to TikTok. We had to push this.
We'd have been an 2.5 hours on this one.
You know, we had to push this over to TikTok. Cause TikTok people out. You know what I'm saying? What's that crap?
That's it. But that's gonna do it, man. We're gonna go ahead and close out. The water for everybody that tuned in. Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua Barak. We'll be back next Friday at 5 o'clock. You understand? We don't do Sundays no more. 5 o'clock next Friday. You know, rush hour. You drive home from the slavery. Tune in, man. All right. Till then, shalom, Israel.
Shalom.
They need food, housing, clothing. They need counseling. They need understanding of what's happened to them. They need an identity. They need to know the truth about the Lord. They need to be woke up to who the devil is. That's the white man. That's what the hell they need. And you add that to black people, Latinos, and Native Indians, brother, then you're going to be able to do something. The whole reason I'm in here saying these things to you, because these things are supposed to show you and give you hope. It's supposed to make you say to yourself, you know what, we got